Dear rapper, well, you suck. I mean, you don't belong here in hip-hop. I mean, rap is a black thing. And honestly, you guys are just guests. You're guests inside of hip-hop. Well, at least that's the dialogue that has been being pushed here lately. Now, maybe it's that time of the month, maybe it's becoming diss track season, and that's why this type of content, and maybe it's just clout drinking thirsty time or whatever. But no matter what it is, that's what's being pushed and being said here recently. And today I'm writing to you all, and I want to talk to you all about being a guest inside of hip-hop. Because if I'm being honest, some of you all are. There are a few of you all that are actually guests inside of hip-hop. Alright, I'm coming down. Let me explain. Okay, so here's the thing. Webster, how does Webster define guest? Well, a guest is defined as a person that is invited to a place and it's not their original dwelling, or this is not their ownership. It's not a place where they own. But you know, there's one important part of guests, and that is that every guest that comes in has to leave. You see, that's right. That's the most important part of this whole guest argument, is that guests, eventually, they have to go. Okay, so now, given that definition, I ask you, do we have guests inside of hip-hop? Is that something appropriate to say? You know, the short answer to that question is that yes, we do have guests inside of hip-hop. You know, you have those guests that just come in, they come into your house, they don't really do nothing for you or ever invite you over or do anything for the actual household or the people inside of it. They're just there to get a free meal. They're just there to, you know, to get what you have inside of the house because you've got something good. Maybe they come in and they do a track or two. Maybe every now and then they visit your house anytime they need to make a hot new single or push a new product. And to be honest, some guests, they just come in just so they can destroy because they're jealous of what you're doing inside of your house. We have guests inside of hip-hop. We have people inside of this culture that are just here to make hits. It's just a way for them to cash grab, or they have learned the system. They know what works. They're not here to play a role. They're not here to have an impact. They're not here to help build this house up. They're not here to clean up. They're not here to help anyone inside of the house. They're just here to help themselves to more stuff, to more money, to more of your food. And if you don't watch them closely, they'll steal right from under your nose. But here's the thing. Every now and then, it's rare, but it happens. Every now and then you get these people that come in. I mean, they come in your home, they come in your house, they come in your life, they come in your culture, they come in the very being of your belonging and what you are creating and what you have built up. And they play a massive part in your life, in the very structure of what you're building. Yeah, the foundation was already laid, but they are constantly helping you build new rooms, new avenues, new staircases, whatever it is. I mean, they are actually playing and opening up doors, not just for themselves inside of this hip-hop culture home, but they have made a way for others. They have played an impact on not just the structure of hip-hop or just the structure of this house, but they have brought in new people and built people up, so that these same very people are helping build up this house of hip-hop. And you see, those people, they're not guests. They're not guests at all, because they don't fit that definition. They have decided, because a guest is someone that has to go eventually. But people that have played a role and an impact and that have helped build up the very foundation of this home, they don't have to go. Therefore, they are residents inside of this home. They are not a guest. I ask you, white rapper, what are you doing inside of this home? Have you helped change the very foundation? Have you helped build it up? Are you inside of this home making new ways? I don't know, maybe you're hanging up new pictures and really showing that you belong here. That this home, it's yours and you're here to stay. Are you looking to go sometime soon? Are you just here when you have a new single or a new track? Are you just here when you just need to hit the billboard and then you're out off doing other things? Because if that's the case, then you are a guest. And there's some guests that are not welcome. You show that you want to be here, not just because of your color. You don't get to be here just because you're black. You don't get to be here just because you're a thug life or just because you serve time. You get to be here based on your impact, by you showing what you have done inside of this home. Because let me tell you, it wouldn't be fair for the people inside of this home where that was all they had. Hip-hop is what brung them from being in jail or dead at a very young age. It made ways that they would never have before. It set standards and it allowed them to grow when people said no. So you don't get to be here just because you're color. You need to put in work. You need to show that you are part of this. And let me tell you, I've done seen some white rappers, I done seen some black rappers, and I done seen all different colors that have shown that they care about this house of hip-hop, just based off their impact and their role that they play here. And I've done seen some black and whites that have shown that they're just here to stir up the household. They're just here to make hits. They're just here to see what they can get out of it. And some are just here because they just like the company. They don't do nothing. They're freeloaders. Yeah, they'll mention a few names or a few words, or they know a few people inside the household, but really they're not doing anything inside of hip-hop. So them themselves are actually the guests. You know, so in closing, I guess I can sum up this whole video by saying this. And that is that, well, guests, they have to be invited. But people that belong here, well, they have already had the key.